I'm just like shiny. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, okay, the curtains are closed during the day, yes, because I want the lighting to be good. In my last video, I asked you guys if you would like to see like a shoe collection or just me showing off my shoes. I have over like 20 something pairs of heels. So I think it's kind of good. And I don't know. I remember buying my first pair of heels and being so awkward about it. Like I had to get my mom to come in and I just couldn't deal. Like I was a boy buying heels and like I feel like the clerk knew exactly why I was there. All I remember is that there was one day I was in town with one of my really good friends, Saoirse, and she went into the shoe shop and she picked out these black and pink pair of shoes. They were like straps on them. And I was like, oh my god, I love them so much. Like I really want them. And they were quite a good price, and I was like, I could totally afford them, I should so get them. And this was like before I was even like a drag queen or anything. I just liked to dress up. I like rang my mom. I was like, Mom, please come in and buy me these shoes. So she did, and unfortunately I don't have those shoes. I literally just threw them out because there was no space in my wardrobe, and I was like, I have to get rid of things that I don't wear, and I do not wear them. They're ugly as fuck. But I kept them for so long because they were my first pair. But what I am going to show you is what is in my wardrobe right now, and shoes that, I don't know, sometimes I wear some of these shoes. Like some of these shoes are way over the top and they're still there because I think they're fun and I love dressing up, like fancy dress and stuff. So let's get to it. So these are like, I'm not showing you these in chronological order or anything, I'm just showing you as I go. Okay, so shoe number 1 is this little pumpy thing from New Look. I never, ever, ever, ever wear this. I think this is one ugly shape of a shoe, and I just don't like it. Maybe if it was like higher or something, I would definitely wear it. But the only reason I have this shoe is because a couple of years ago, I dressed up as Cinderella, and I had my dress made by a dressmaker, Eamon McGill. He's incredibly talented. I needed shoes to go. I wanted to get shoes where I could like glue on bigger diamonds. Unfortunately, I didn't have the time. I couldn't find the right shoe. But when I went into New Look and saw these, I just couldn't believe my eyes. I was like, these are perfect. They're so glittery. Like, oh, I just thought these are perfect. These are gonna make my outfit. And so, yeah, but I don't wear them because I think they're really ugly. Now, if you don't know, I used to do drag before I came out as transgender. It was a way for me to express myself and perform and, you know. But for Pride 2 years ago, I made this outfit which was very like fairy but slutty. Like it was just like basically Spanx with a load of diamonds glued on and a bra with a load of diamonds glued on. And I needed shoes that had that wow factor, that like sparkly, like amazing kind of shoe. Eyelack Centre in Dublin. The Eyelack Centre have a few shoe shops, and I walked in and saw these. Like, can you even... So these are like this stripper stiletto-y kind of shoe. Fun fact about this shoe is on Pride, when I was walking through the parade, it cut the back of my heel, both heels, and I started dripping blood, and I didn't even realize. So there was like blood pouring out of here, and oh, look at even the detail there. I love that. And this girl runs up to me and she's like,
excuse me, you're bleeding.
And I look behind me and there's like a trail of blood, and I was like, oh, oops. So I like take off the shoes, look at my heels, they are cut open. Like it was horrific. And she hands me these 2 little circular plasters and she's like, here you go. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Mortified. But yeah, I can't say I've worn these shoes too often. They are very uncomfortable and just a bit over the top for me now at this stage. Please ignore my nails. I just took off my like stick-ons, so all the glue is still there and it looks awful, but they were falling off anyway and I had to just pull them off. Let's go to shoe number 3. Okay, so as you guessed, I'm kind of a magpie and I am attracted to anything shiny. I'm just like shiny. This time we have a gold sparkly shoe. Again, oh no, this is from Penny's. And when I saw these, I was like in love. Now, I've had these for quite a few years, but I never get tired of wearing them. I literally wore them on the Ray Darcy show. I've worn them Oh no, I wore these on this morning and I wore them on Ireland AM and I just love them. They're comfortable. I just think they're really, really pretty. I think they go with most outfits. You can see like I've worn them to fuck. But yeah, I really like this shoe. So this next pair of shoes has to be my favorite pair of shoes. I literally have slept in these shoes. I love these shoes so much and I'll continue to wear them until the day I die. No, until they fall apart. Like, I really do enjoy wearing the shoe. It's very comfortable. It looks uncomfortable, but it's very comfortable. Anytime I've worn these shoes, people have always said amazing shoes. Like, I love those shoes. I actually wore these for Trans Pride last year and they got some attention. So, ta-da! Ugh. It's just like a flower kind of pattern, but it's like, you can't even tell it's flowers. It's just a bunch of colors. And I just think they are gorgeous. I'm a size 5.5, 6. If anybody wants to know, you can definitely borrow my shoes. I know some trans girls find it really hard to find shoes, unfortunately. Fortunately for me, I'm quite lucky. I have a very small foot and a foot that tends to bend into shoes. I just love the shoes so much. Second pair of shoes from New Look. These ones are quite different to the last ones and I actually wear these a lot. These I only got like last year, I think. My mom actually works in a charity shop in Cork. She manages it. And so I'm always in there helping her when I'm down. And I'm like in there trying to work, but then I see things and I'm like, oh my god, how is that in a charity shop? It's so nice. So these shoes came in and I really, really, really like them. They're quite similar to the gold ones, like in shape. And you'll see I have a few more pairs like this. But yeah, I really, really like them for New Look. Your feet look gorgeous. I love what it says on the inside. I think that's so cute. But yeah, these again are very comfortable and you can dress these up or you can wear them as a casual look and I love that. Like maybe with the dress I'm wearing right now, I could probably wear them. So in the last couple of months I've been a broke ass bitch. Like I have not been able to go out and buy shoes like brand new or whatever. So when I'm down in Cork, I definitely do always stop into my mom's shop to see if she has anything because they actually do have really good things in there. It's called Twice as Nice. So if you're around Cork, definitely pop in because even a shoe like this I found in there. Now, I have not worn these out yet. I don't think I've actually worn them at all. I did try them on and I walked around in them for a little while just to try break them in, but they're really, really uncomfortable. They're also from Pennies, which is Primark in the UK, if you don't know. I do really like them though. I think they're really like, I don't know, they're really pretty. Like, I just really like them. I think they're real Kim K or something. But unfortunately, they do really hurt my feet. Okay, the next shoe comes with a really, really funny story. Well, not so funny for somebody, but I used to dance in the George, which is the gay bar in Dublin. And I used to do some go-go dancing. And obviously, you know, you're always looking for a comfortable heel that you can wear for the 3 hours that you're dancing because you get no break, no time to take off your shoes. So you want a shoe that's comfortable, okay? And my friend Lucille, who is a dancer and a dance teacher, she came in, she had these shoes on and they were really, really pretty. And I was like, oh, they're really nice. Where'd you get them? And she was like, Pennies. And I was like, oh, how much were they? And she was like 20 something euro. And I was like, oh, really? Like, that's a bit expensive for penny shoes that look like that. Like, I wouldn't expect that. But I was like, they're really nice. And I was like, are they comfortable? And she was like, yeah, really, really comfortable. And this is the shoe. So again, I think really nice, kind of similar to the last shoe, except it's got like diamonds, crisscross, and it's just, it is really comfortable. So how these came in my possession? I went to Penny's like the next day or the day after or something like that because I wanted to scope out the shoes. And I was on the phone to my mom and I saw the shoes. And I was like, oh mom, like the shoes that Lucille had, they're here, they're so nice. They're €3. I was like, hold on, but like Lucille just got them the other day and they were like 20 something. I was like, oh my god, these are €3. These shoes that I really liked are €3. My mom was like, you're haunted. And I felt so bad because I went in the next week wearing them and she was like, oh, you got the shoes. And I was like, should I tell her that they were €3 or not? Like, I felt so bad, but I had to tell her because I was like so excited. So for 3 euro, they have lasted me a long time. They're so comfortable. I wear them all the time. I still really love them. So do a GG on it. So next pair are again from my mom's charity shop. These, unfortunately, they're a bit like scratched and like I can't get them clean, but yeah. These shoes are so comfortable. Like they're so cushiony here and I could walk around in them for hours. They're from Aldo. I don't know what that means. I've never heard of it before. I'm not like a fashionista, but I do love a nude shoe like this. I think really comfortable. You can wear it with anything and yeah, I just really like them. I don't know, I kind of have bad memories about this though, because when we auditioned for Big Brother, I wore these shoes, and the minute they were like, we're not interested, I remember just being like, well, fuck that, I don't want to look nice anymore, I'm not wearing these fucking shoes anymore. It's like, off with the shoes. Okay, so remember how I said I used to do drag? Don't judge me for these shoes. But again, in the Eyelash Centre in Dublin, I saw these shoes and I just thought that they were cool. Like I always kind of wanted shoes like this. Well, I think it came to a stage where I needed to rock up my look or whatever, and I saw these and I was like, these will definitely do the job. These are so sharp and pointy. Like literally no one would come near me wearing these shoes because I'd be like, see these heels? They are kind of heavy, so I wouldn't like to wear them for too long. I've definitely worn these a few times and I think they're just, I love when people look down and see them and they're like, oh, I didn't expect this blonde girl to wear these kind of shoes, but yeah, I think they're cool. They're different, right? Okay, now we're moving on to the fun boots. I have a few pair of boots, but I'm like literally, I'm not going to show you everything, guys, because like we will be here for like an hour. So I'm just going to show you the things that I think are like, you know, the funnest. These are definitely fun. So these are like knee-high white boots. I saw them in, I think it was the Eyelash Centre again, and I literally fell in love. They just remind me of like Britney, Madonna and Christina doing the VMAs when they were like getting married or whatever, and I was just like, I needed them in my life. So I've definitely worn these like so many times, like with a load of different dress up outfits, like Playboy bunny and everything, and I just love them. They're very comfortable, they're not that high, and I can literally just like walk around in them for hours. They are a bit dirty now at this stage because I've had them for so long, but I love these boots. I feel like a fucking parrot. I feel like I have lived in the Eyelash Centre and I just like got all their shoes. But anyway, these wedged boots with these gold studs at the back, I was living for when I saw them. I would not wear these now except for like fancy dress or whatever. But I think they're so cute. I think they're so Britney. And I just love them. I've worn them a lot for like performing and stuff like that. And I just think, yeah, they're really comfortable actually. But unfortunately the heel is like breaking off. And I'm sad. But they are old. I got them a long time ago. And the last shoe or boot of this episode is this one. So it's a kinky black boot. It's wedged. And it's quite high actually. I find I mean, not that high, but I find these kind of hard to walk in. Again, the heel is kind of like coming off a small bit. But these are so, like, when I'm feeling sexy or I feel, like, adventurous, I will definitely wear these. And again, I think I got these, I actually can't remember. I think either the Eyelash Centre or my mom's shop. Like, I actually can't remember. I don't think they were in my mom's shop, though. Or maybe they were. I don't know. So thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed whatever the hell that was. It's just trying out something different instead of me moaning to the camera about being transgender or, you know, makeup tutorials. Like, I just wanted to do something different. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and share. I'd really appreciate that. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching.